Praise be to you, movie maniacs. I'm Zach.
And I'm Matt.
And this is the previews, everybody's favorite part of the movie.
So, we mentioned it last week. We went to church,
Church.
We went to church, and we went and praised and saw Jesus is King, directed by Nick Knight, starring
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
And
That's about it.
That's about it. That's really about it. So, to really get things going, we wanted to bring you guys something a little bit different, and I guess just step out of the norm. So that's why we decided to go see Jesus is King.
Yep, it was announced. A few, a week or so ago, with the release of his album under the same name, Jesus is King.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is, again, give you something unique and do something a little bit different because holy hell.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say either.
I mean, it was. I say the directing was pretty good. I think it had some cinematography was really cool.
The music was beautiful.
Yeah, musical was beautiful, but they only used 3 songs from Kanye's album, and they used it as almost
transition.
Yeah, transition over the actual plot of the movie, because I don't know if many of you maniacs know, but because I don't know how many guys are actually Kanye fans. I know a lot of you aren't, at least people that I know personally who watch the show hate Kanye. But when one of his albums, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, was released, he released another short film, right around the same length. It was 30, 40 minutes, and he explained a whole very easily understood and easy to follow story just using his music. And I thought it is absolutely fantastic. I've rewatched it so many times.
Yeah, and I thought this was going to be somewhere along the lines of that. However, it could not have been any more opposite. I was, maybe expecting it to be a documentary a little bit about the making of the album.
I had no idea what I was getting into.
Yeah, neither did I, but that's what I thought at least. But holy shit.
I really don't know how to explain. You literally sit, it's like you're literally just watching a church choir.
You're not even watching a church choir for most of it. You're watching very obscure imagery with the choir and gospel singing music in the back. And spoiler alert, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are going to hate me by saying this, but Kanye only sings in it maybe 2 minutes. Yeah. And it's a 35-minute piece of art.
Yeah, and then and he's in it only for the last 10 minutes, and you didn't even notice he was in this one scene because he had his back turned the entire time. I noticed him he did a quick side face at one point, and then he leans over to me and is like, "Is Kanye going to be in this movie?" And I was like, "Dude, he's right there."
I didn't even know. I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, and it was very, it was strange.
It was an art piece, I guess.
It was an art piece. It was a very if I saw this I'm not gonna lie you know how those some snobs that I'm sure go to art galleries, they're like, "Oh, I understand this," they see it on the wall. "Oh, look what the artist is trying to say." Yeah. I was like, the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I could not follow it. I had no idea where it was going.
But it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful, but I think with it not having a plot, it didn't have a plot at all. Let's throw it out there. With it not having any acting, with it not having any formal dialogue.
Yep.
In it. And
then there wasn't even much of his music in it. Even his music was used, it was a 20-second snippet of the song.
Yeah. It's what happened. Yeah. I'm still confused about what I saw,
they just did very powerful gospel music. That's what it was. It was you were watching a choir a lot of the times, and they sounded great, and just like you said, it was beautiful. I don't know what else to say.
Neither do I, and that's why when we're talking about what we're gonna give this movie, I'm not gonna give it anything. Yeah. I'm not gonna review it because there's not a movie really to review.
Yeah,
it's art. It's up to your interpretation. So for me, being honestly, if this was a documentary, because people, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little biased. I love Kanye.
Yep, we both do a lot. Yep.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate, saying that, "Oh, why is Matt saying this?" He's the best musician of my lifetime. He's iconic. There's, and I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna call out all the people and, hopefully, praise be to God, this doesn't happen soon. When Kanye dies, everyone's going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe Kanye. Nope, you hated him, you hated him, you hated him, you hated him.
Yeah,
because that's what's going to happen.
Like, anytime, because again, him and I are huge fans, and anytime I sit there and pray, say I'm going to church to watch Jesus is King, and they give me crap over it, they sit there and the only thing they say, they hate him because he thinks he's too cocky. He's so full of himself and his ego is ridiculous. I'm like,
so when did confidence become a bad thing?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and he makes great music, doesn't he? Yeah. Like, oh, I mean, well, there's a few songs. He's like, well, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, we're huge. Let's put it this way. We're big fans.
Huge fans. And then I also compare, it's like similar to Michael Jackson's situation. Did you guys like his personal life? No, his personal life was messed up and he was a weirdo. Mm-hmm. But you guys aren't forgetting his music.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why we both agreed we're not going to give it. I mean, the Cash Me Outside girl could create this and I have to say the same thing. Like, I didn't get it. I wanted to get it. I didn't get it, but I'm still going to keep it incomplete. Mm. So you would agree with that, right?
Yeah.
So instead of going into and being like, that's it, Movie Maniacs, we decided to go ahead and change it up a little bit and give our review of his album.
The album.
That was 35 minutes, but it's a better conversation to have about, because he has obviously a huge background in making music rather than him making a film. So, so what do you think?
It was okay. I guess this is the thing that I'm just... After the last song played, and I guess this is the thing that I thought about myself and been thinking about. I feel like right now, with this album coming out, I feel like we have really reached a crossroad with Kanye of just saying, because for the past few albums that he's made and produced, which was, it started with Ye, being this very simplistic beat, straightforward, just had to get something off your chest. That's why I took Ye. I thought it was great. Yeah. A lot of people hated it, but again, that was just him getting fresh out of rehab and being really messed up mentally from Kim being, robbed and all that. Like, it really messed him up, and that was him fresh out of that. So I took it, I liked it, and it went something similar with his Pusha T album, Daytona, which was very, again, simplistic beats, but I'm sure Pusha T definitely got his word out against Drake.
Yeah.
Which I will say to this day is still is the best diss track, I think, of all time in the hip-hop game. Like, he went for the throat with Drake in that song. And then he did the Nas album too. Still same thing, but also Nas was never really known for his beats. It's always been his lyrics. And again, the lyrics are all to the T, and again, very simplistic. And that's how I kind of looked at this album too. I mean, yes, there was a lot of... Because he's marketing this as a gospel album.
Yeah.
Right? But... It's like there were definitely elements of that, but then there were other songs I feel like was going back to that very simplistic beat.
Yeah, like Close on Sunday.
Close on Sunday. And I thought I liked it. I definitely liked it, but again, I'm just kind of nervous because I want him to get back to that larger than life albums that he's known to produce and put on. I mean, I will say, the other one I forgot to say was Kids See Ghosts. Like, that was phenomenal. Yeah. Absolutely phenomenal. And because you still see that he still has that production. But I guess it's also just, I'm liking these very short albums, 20 to 30 minutes long. I liked it, but now I want to start getting into the full hour and 15-minute albums. That's why I want to get back to it with the Kanye.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you. I liked the album a lot, but I think, just like I think this is literally a taste of what is yet to come, Now, people can argue whether about his reborn into Christianity, whether that's authentic or not. We could argue that till we're blue in the face. I happen to think it is authentic just because of some of the things he was saying in interviews that I've been listening to. He really seems genuine. He doesn't seem like a jerk who is just like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and just say I'm Christian and not do anything with it. Giving away, free concert tickets and holding these Sunday Sunday services, you know, and having a choir just come together, you know, it's just cool. Like, it's just cool, you know. Someone to really stick their neck out there, you know, whether it be something you're for or against, like sticking your neck out there, I respect it all day long. Whether I agree with it or disagree with it, if you're going to do something and you believe in it, I'm all for it, you know, even though if I disagree with it, whatever, you know. But I really think that this is what he's been building up to all along, you know. Like, you think of Kanye West as a person, and it's almost, it's funny, it's almost like he's his own character within and of himself, you know. He has the perfect character arc really going on right now, you know. He's had the period where, you know, people tell him, like, Jay-Z's, you know, told him, you can't rap, you shouldn't be a rapper, you should be a producer. Puts out his first album, mega hit. Puts out a second album, bigger hit. You know, the Graduation trilogy is just so good, you know. And with all those people telling him, no, I'm going to do it. And then same thing. Oh, well, you can't be in fashion. You're a rapper. Rappers aren't in fashion. They always flop. His shoes are the only shoe that eclipses Kanye's right now are Michael Jordan's. Who would have thought of that? Like, who would have thought of that? You know, that guy's hey, I'm going to stick it to everyone and just, I'm going to do what I want to do, you know, which is cool.
And then I just got to keep praising him too. Again, a genius is for him to be able to change it up so consistently and still stay so relevant.
I think with everything that's going on with him, this is like, the moment where he's like, I'm going to literally take everything that I love about, you know, gospel and choirs and all that, and I'm just going to create my own, you know, my own thing. Because, again, him sticking his neck out and being like, I'm a born-again Christian, I'm going to create a gospel album when, you know, I've been talking about doing drugs and, you know, having sex with literally every single person. And, you know, I just think that's awesome that he's coming to this point and he seems genuine with it.
Yeah, I know. I think I do want to get back to the old Kanye. I do. Like, I'm appreciating everything he's doing, and then I'm also scared. I'm not scared. I'm skeptical that he's gonna almost disregard his old stuff. I don't know.
I don't think it'll get to that point. I think because even now, like, there's talks about him going on a tour, and in that tour, he's gonna have his old songs in there, but he's gonna retool them. Which, I mean, that's still going ahead and appreciating what you did. And, you know, another musician again that kind of did that was Prince, right? You know, he didn't want to do any of his old stuff, and then once he kind of figured out, it was like, well, that old stuff it's literally me. I'm gonna keep it now. You know, I appreciate it, and I feel like every artist goes through that. I don't think this is my favorite Kanye album. You know, not even close. I would probably pick, what is it? Is this his 9th album? Just off the top of my head, I would probably be somewhere around like 6 or 7. But that's still pretty good. The only album I've never liked was 808s and Heartbreaks. You know, but everything else I've absolutely loved.
Yeah. I know I like 808s and Heartbreaks, again, because it paved the way, just showing how much of a genius he is. He paved the way for these other big, you say, rappers, and it paved the way.
Yeah.
For them to be, because Drake wouldn't be, I don't think, where he is today without Kanye.
808s, yeah. And the same thing, I really think Lil Wayne, you know, we had this conversation, would it be anywhere without 808s and Heartbreaks? You know, that's just us, you know, people could argue all day long, and I guess I could agree to disagree with you, you know, but you can't sit there and, like, not deny that paved the way for a lot. Like, a lot of rappers still use that auto-tune and synthesizers and everything like that to get their music out there, but it wouldn't be there if Kanye wasn't, I guess, inventive enough to do something like that.
So we love Kanye.
Exactly. I love the old Kanye. I love the new Kanye. I love the jerk Kanye. There's a lot
of Kanye as much as Kanye loves Kanye.
Exactly. We really do. So overall, with the Jesus is King album, not the documentary or whatever you want to call it, we watched, what would you give the album?
I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I mean, I don't really want to reference anything.
Yeah, neither do I. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'll reference something. I'm going to go ahead and give it 4 Chick-fil-A sandwiches with a side of lemonade on it. So that's it for this week, Movie Maniacs.
Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this new, I guess, format and this new...
a weird kind of thing that threw us off guard that we didn't think we were going to do. But next week... what do we got going on?
Terminator.
Yep, Terminator. Dun 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 dun. Let's see if that 1980s-90s classic can really get back on the right foot. You know, James Cameron coming back to produce. What is it? Tim Miller?
Yep.
Yeah, Tim Miller directing it.
And then Linda Hamilton coming back as Sarah Connor.
Yeah, which I am super stoked about. And then also Arnold Schwarzenegger and Edward Furlong is coming back as well.
Yep, who was John Connor himself.
Exactly.
So I'm curious to see how he's looking these days.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he's looking these days, and I'm curious to see how the movie is because really, I mean, the third one was okay, but the rest after that has been so terrible. So I'm pretty excited to.
Yeah, I mean, the trailers haven't sold me, but just seeing like the stars and James Cameron's name on it, I feel like I should be more excited.
Yeah, I think this actually was number 6 on my most anticipated list.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see it because I mean, why I love a movie so much is Terminator 2. Like Terminator 2 is still like top 10 movies.
I'd say my favorite sci-fi, might even top 5 for me.
Yeah, I think top 10 favorite movies of all time for me. So yeah, I'm really excited to see that. So look forward to that next week.